it's same old when it comes to Melbourne. They were okay in quarters 2, 3 and 4. You pay no attention to that because in the first quarter against the Gold Coast Suns, they were just blown away. And the same old component is the midfield, and it just doesn't change. And unfortunately for Melbourne in 2025, it is not having effect. And the reluctance to use those names on the bottom of that board there, Lordo, it's holding them back because the tried and true in Petrarca and Oliver, we'll get to Petrarca in a moment, but it's just not getting the job done. Yeah,
and Simon Goodwin's just got to use the next 8 weeks, Damo, just to do something. Do something to, yes, they have introduced a lot of young players, and yes, he has made some really strong decisions at the selection table by dropping key players right throughout the year in Fritsch and Lever over the weekend, Van Rooyen. But now it's about just freshening up this midfield group, which is just the game's gone past them, and that's what I believe. The game has gone past Jack Viney in certain situations, unless he's a run-with player. Clayton Oliver, the game has gone past players who are just too quick for him. And then Christian...
Can they get it back?
It's difficult. They've just got to be used really smart and players around them. And that's where Pickett's so important for them. But who else can support these players? And Christian Petrarca's the other one who has fallen off a cliff for me, Damo, from a guy who has been for a long, long time in the best 3 or 4 midfielders in the game. And now I wouldn't have him in my best 15. He doesn't change games. And it's just his sloppy disposal is really coming to the fore now. I just look at, say, Noah Anderson and Jordan Dawson and all these guys that have gone past where Christian Petrarca is at. So he's one that score involvements, 13th isn't the worst, but you look at his drop-off in previous seasons. That's unbelievable what he's done. So full credit to him and the champion he's been. But I just wonder where he's at and whether we'll ever see him back to his best.
And Petrarca and those other names you mentioned, they're all on long-term deals, and that's a conversation for another day. When you just bring it back to the specifics of Petrarca, do you revisit, if you're him, what he tried to do at this stage of last year, and that is look for a football home away from Melbourne?
Yeah, I would, and I don't think it'd be the worst thing for Melbourne either. Yeah, because he's the one that would have currency compared to the others.
Does Jake Melksham, speaking of homes, find himself out Melbourne again? Because he had 11 shots at goal on the weekend. 5 of them were goals, 6 were behinds. But he looks as assured as anyone in their forward line mix still at this late stage of his already very good career.
Oh, what a wonderful servant he's been for Melbourne. I didn't think he'd be this good for the Demons either, and it's a concern for them that Jake Melksham... he's kicked 5 goals, 6, and the players... He should be a supporting cast player for Melbourne, but unfortunately he's it. Bailey Fritsch has fallen off a cliff as well, and then they've got other guys like Petty and Van Rooyen who just aren't natural forwards or smart enough to play down there. So yeah, he's the best down there at the moment, which is a concern at his age.